Hello YouTube, Benchmade55 here, off on another project. The project I'm working on now is that we have the cell phone chargers all over in a corner, and there's a million wires. They're a pain in the neck to get to. We have this conglomeration of stuff down there, you see it? And then we have these two-way radios that we charge up. Look at all the wires. Looks like spaghetti factory. So the plan is, oh sorry about that, that I'm going to install a box. If I bring this up here and I'll show you all. Put that shelf up, that little wood shelf right there. And what I'm going to do, let me come in here and show you, is have this box here. This is called a remodeler's box because it has these little flaps on here that will flap up. So what you do is you cut a hole in the wall, and then you put this box in and you put these flaps up, and they will hold the box into the wall. So that's how that works. And what I have to do is then I will mark this out with a pencil all around here, cut it out with a saw, and then install the box. Before I do that, I'll run a snake down to the lower outlet and then attach that with a wire and bring the wire back up, because I already have the power there, and bring the power up to here. And then we can put everything on this shelf over here, and it'll be much nicer. So let me get started. Okay, so what I've done is taken the shelf down because it was in my way, but I want to make sure I got the box up higher than the shelf. So I've taken this and marked it out now, so you can see that that's the size. You have to go all the way to both ends of the box and to the width of it, and then probably still have to adjust it a little bit. So now I'm going to take my saw here, pop this in there, cut it out. I'm cutting right on the line. And I've also made sure, I know that there's going to be a stud right here. So I have enough room to put that box in there and have the little flappers come up here and be able to not hit the stud that would be in the wall. And there we go. So that's cut out of there. And there's a stud right about right here. This box will fit in there perfectly. And then I will, well, I'll get that out in a minute. The little flapper fell down in there. And what I'll do is now I will snake down and connect to the outlet below, pull the power up to here, install it, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so what I've done now is, down there at that outlet, I have made sure I turned the power off and checked to make sure that it wasn't hot. And then I pulled the outlet out and I'm installing the wire. It went pretty smoothly. I was able to just pop another hole in the back of the box, and then insert the wire, and I didn't have to go get a snake because this is pretty stiff wire. And as you can see, there you go. So now what I'm going to do is slide back in here, because it's in the closet in the pantry. You can see all the food. And I'm going to take the box. Let me get back in here. And what I've done is I've taken out one of the corners here, the holes. It has this cover in here, as you can see. And I've taken that one of them out. So now I can feed the wire up in here. And take the box, make sure the flaps are flat, not sticking up like this. Stick them in there. And you see how nice that fits? Now I take a screwdriver and start tightening it. And what that's doing is it's taking the flaps and making them tight to the sheetrock, kind of sandwiching the sheetrock in between the outer part of this box and that back wing that I showed you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is strip this wire back on both ends, and then I'll connect the other one to the outlet on the bottom, and I'll put a new outlet up on the top here. What I do is strip off the coating on the outside here. Just using a blade to come down and cut in the middle, because that's where there's 3 wires on here. You have your neutral, your hot, and your ground wire, the copper one. So I cut down the middle, and that way, what that does is I don't cut any of the insulation off the other 2 wires. So we'll cut all this paper stuff off of here. Just throw everything on the floor because there's a cleanup person here. And the next thing I'll do is take a pair of strippers. This is number 12 wire, and so I will strip it back. And they're probably not sharp enough. They've been through a lot. There we go. Strip the other one. Here. Okay, I want to show you something on the back of the outlet. The back of the outlet has these little holes in it that the wire will go, and you can stick it in there for a quick connect, and then it just pops into the inside. I prefer not to do it that way. What I like to do, if I have the option, and if the outlet has a that on there, is I like to take the wire, curl it over, and connect it. Also, I'll do the ground wire here. Now you'll see that you have a neutral, and that's got a silver screw on there, and the ground. They're both on the same side of the outlet. See that? And then over here, your brass side, this is your hot. And it says on there, hot wire, white wire. So what I do is, this is the hot side. I'll put the screw up, because it has a screw on the side there, and tighten it up. Now I put it in a certain direction, you see, so as the screw tightens, it will grab the wire and not push it out, but it will grab it and make it for a tight connection. So I'll do this side here. And then we'll go over here. And because, like I said, I want to have it go the right direction, I'm just going to flip this wire around. Let's see, am I doing that right? Yeah, I did have it right. There we go. I don't know if you can see any of this. It's kind of a hard spot to work. And I'm tightening that up. And then the same on the ground wire. Now, I've read there's a lot of different schools of thought. I've done a lot of wiring, did our whole house, and have done it over the years. So once I get that tight, then I will take all this and feed it back in here, and I'll have some extra in there to fold up. And I like to mount it with the ground prong on the downside. So that's just a preference. I don't think that it matters by the code or anything, but that's just like how I like to do it. So I'll get this installed into the box, and I'll wire up the bottom since I already showed you how I do that. Okay, so there we go. The project is done. We'll add the phones and stuff in there, but you can see now we have the outlet up there above the other outlet, and it'll be nice and neat and orderly for keeping the phones there and the handy things that you have to charge all the time. So this is a pretty simple project that you could do at your house, because I know everybody has so many things that they need to charge up every day. If you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Benchmade 55 out.